back. If you're returning back to my little corner of the internet, today we are going to be talking about my June TBR list. These are the books that I plan on not only reading this month, but also reviewing at the end of the month. So make sure you stay around for that. So let's get into a few of them. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, sit in your little corner like me, and enjoy the video. All right, so first up are the two books that I'm currently reading. I like to read a nonfiction book with a fiction book at all times. So I am a double reader. I like to read 2 books at a time. No more than 2. I think any more than 2, I get a little distracted. So these are the 2 books that I have been reading for the first couple of days of June. And they are Crucial Conversations, which is a book that my boyfriend actually gave to me. So I don't know what he's trying to say with that one, Ben, if you're watching this. But I'm just kidding. He gave this to me because I struggle with confrontation, and it's something that I talk to him about often, whether it's talking to somebody for a job interview, whether it's talking for myself trying to get a raise, whether it's at an audition. I struggle to have hard conversations, and I think a lot of people out there, especially my age group, can relate to that. So that's what this book is about. It's about finding tools to have those tough conversations, finding those tools to be able to use when you need to advocate for yourself, because I'm an adult now, right? I can't have my mom calling my boss, telling her to treat me right, you know what I mean? So now that I'm an adult, I really have to have these hard conversations, and I want to get better at having them instead of just avoiding them like I normally do or beating around the bush. Yeah, this book really talks about how to have those conversations without ruining the relationship, right? Without losing a friend or without losing your job. So it's really about having those hard conversations, specifically when the stakes are high, when your job is at risk, when your friendship is at risk, when your relationship is at risk. And I can't wait to give you guys the full review on this because I really think it might be something worth your time. The fiction book that I am reading is Luster. I finally got around to reading this, you guys. It has been on my list forever. It is one of those Oprah Winfrey book recommendation lists. And Oprah, there's a lot of celebrity book clubs out there nowadays. There's Oprah, there's Reese, I think Dua Lipa has one. There's a lot out there, but Oprah has by far, to me, been the most consistent. And maybe that's just the type of reader I am and the type of books the type of books that resonate with me. A lot of them have come straight from Oprah Winfrey. And you know what? That's not a bad thing because she has some money. Yeah, this has been on my list for a minute now. I think it was on Oprah's book club. But so far, it has been very, very intriguing. I can't wait to give a full review on this. I haven't finished it yet, so I'm not gonna, decide if it's good or bad yet. But I have a feeling I will have a lot to say in the video. And let's just leave it at that. The next 2 books that I plan on reading this month are self-help books. The first one is The Algebra of Wealth, A Simple Formula for Financial Security by Scott Galloway. This book was given to me by my boyfriend's father on graduation day. So I don't know what he's trying to say to us about with giving us this, because he gave both me and Ben a copy. So I don't know what he's trying to say, but he wants us to be wealthy, I guess. He needs a retirement plan. He gave us this, and I'm actually really, really excited to read it because I have been reading a lot of financial literacy books, a lot of books on financial literacy recently, because I am on my own financial journey, as we all are. I think it's very sad that I have 2 degrees. I spent 4 years in college, I spent 4 years in high school, and I never have not once taken a financial literacy class. I don't know if you can blame myself for that one. I don't know if you should blame the system, but either way, it's never too late, and I'm going to teach myself how to be financially well. I have read a good bit of financial self-help books in the last year, and a lot of them have been kind of stale and repetitive. I feel like at a certain point, once you've read one, you've read them all. But the blurb inside this book really gives me hope that it might offer something new. At a certain point, they just get repetitive and stale, and the blurb inside this book makes it seem like Scott Galloway has something new to offer, so that's what I'm hoping for. There's a lot of expectation going into this book, I'm not even gonna lie. So the review at the end of the month should be very interesting. I'll go ahead and read the blurb to you guys since I keep talking about it. The blurb says, today's workers have more opportunities in mobility than any generation before. They also face unprecedented challenges, including inflation, labor and housing shortages, and climate change. Even the notion of retirement is undergoing a profound rethink. As our lifespans extend and our relationship with work evolves, in this environment, the tired and true financial advice our parents followed no longer applies. It's time for a new playbook. Could not agree more. In the Algebra of Wealth, Galloway lays bare the rules of financial success in today's economy. In his characteristic, unvarnished, no BS style, he explains what you need to know in order to better your chances for economic security, no matter what. Reading this, you'll learn how to find and follow your talent, not your passion, when making career decisions. How to ride and optimize big economic waves. Hard truth, market dynamics always trump individual achievement. What small steps you can take that pay big returns later, including diversification and tax planning. How stoicism can help you minimize spending and develop better financial habits. Bursting with practical, game-changing advice from one of the world's most popular business school professors, The Algebra of Wealth is the practical guidebook you need to win today's wealth game. It sounds like it's going to offer something new. And that's all that I've been looking for with the past 2 or 3 financial self-help books I've been reading. I feel like a lot of the financial advice you get, especially from your parents and from the books I have read, have been very outdated, right? We all know the economy is changing, like as we speak. I hope that this book offers some insight into a more modern perspective on wealth building and financial literacy. And it sounds like it will. So stay tuned because I will give the review again at the end of the month. The next book that I'm going to be reading, YouTube Secrets. Ooh, YouTube got some secrets. Boo, all jokes aside, I have been wanting to read this book for a minute now because I want to grow on YouTube. And apparently this book is very, very helpful for any aspiring YouTubers out there. Yeah, I'll read it and see what it has to say and see what I can implement and what I can't implement. And I'll also give my review at the end of the month. The next 2 books that I will be reading this month are both fiction books. Again, I like to alternate between fiction in the evening, nonfiction during the day. And my 2 fiction books for this month, other than Luster, are Happy Hour and Parable of the Sower. They could not be any more different. Happy Hour is about, I really honestly don't know what it's about. I'm going into it kind of blind, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I wanted to read it because Jack Edwards swears by this book. It's in his books you should read in your early 20s, but I'm coming in here with high expectations. but I'm excited to read it. We'll see what happens. And then this one, I have been slowly making my way through Octavia E. Butler's entire catalog ever since I read Kindred last year. She has consumed my reading life. I want to read Fledgling next, but I want to make my way through this entire series, which I think there are 2 or 3 books in this series. Not completely sure on that one, but I want to read her entire catalog because I love Afrofuturism. If you watch any of my videos, I think you know I love Afrofuturism, and she is just the mother of that genre. Imagine being the mother of an entire genre. Specifically a genre that is becoming very prominent, and it really might be one of the most important genres for our generation, and she gave birth to it. She has a way of writing it like nobody else, and that's why I love her books, and I'm excited to read this one. I'm slowly making my way through her whole entire collection because she's no longer with us, so she's not going to be writing anything new, so I don't want to just read it all at once. I feel like her work is something that I will continue to reference and continue to love and continue to read and reread and appreciate and pull from as a writer. I just really want to take the time to really read the text, annotate the text, and just truly understand what she's trying to say, because I think there's a lot of value in what she says. That is all of the books that I will be reading this month. It's really not that much. I thought it was gonna be a lot, but I think I can make it through all of these. I don't think I'm setting unrealistic expectations for myself. Hopefully I have enough time to read all these things. I think I should with my pace of reading. I do read a little bit slow because I really like to annotate what I'm reading, and I really like to give in-depth reviews when I'm done with my books. So I really take my time to really read everything, experience everything, write down what I'm experiencing while I'm reading it. So it takes me a good minute, but I think I can finish all of these, and I'm excited to. Hope you guys will stick around to hear me review all of them as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.